I'll never forget the first night we spent in that house. It was supposed to be the start of a new chapter. My wife, Rachel, and I had just gotten married, and we were eager to escape the city for a quieter life. We found this old house in the countryside, remote, peaceful, and beautiful in its own eerie way. The kind of place you'd expect to see in a haunted story, but we were so excited. We thought we were just making a fresh start. But it didn't take long for things to feel off. The first night we slept there, I heard something. At first, I thought it was just the house settling, you know? Houses make sounds. But then it happened again. A soft, distant whisper that seemed to come from the walls. I tried to ignore it, but Rachel heard it too. We brushed it off, thinking it was the wind. But it wasn't. Every night, the whispers grew louder, more distinct, and not just whispers. It sounded like voices, like someone was trying to speak to us from behind the walls. I'd lie awake, heart pounding, trying to convince myself it was just my imagination. But one night, something happened that I couldn't explain. I woke up in the middle of the night to find a lamp on the floor, smashed. It hadn't been there before. I asked Rachel if she'd knocked it over. She was sound asleep. I thought maybe it was the stress. Moving, adjusting to a new place, all of that. Then things started to get worse. The whispers weren't just at night anymore. I would hear them during the day, too. Faint, like someone was just out of reach, speaking in low tones I couldn't make out. And sometimes, I would walk past a room and feel a cold breeze rush past me, like someone had just walked through. Rachel started feeling it too. She'd say things like, "Did you hear that?" Or, "Did you see that shadow move?" But when we checked, there was nothing there. We thought we were losing our minds. Then one evening, I was in the kitchen, and I saw something that made my blood run cold. A picture frame had moved, just a little, off its shelf. I reached for it, and when I picked it up, I noticed something strange written on the back. A date. The day the house was built. But the handwriting wasn't ours. It was old, faded, almost desperate. That's when we decided to look into the house's history. What we found wasn't just unsettling, it was horrifying. The house was built over a century ago, and it had a dark reputation. The previous owners, they'd vanished without a trace. All of them. It wasn't just one family, it was multiple families over the years. Each one moved in with hope, only to disappear under mysterious circumstances. There were rumors that the house was cursed. People said there was something in the walls, something that trapped its residents. But I didn't believe in curses, not at first. Then we started hearing something new. A loud knock, like a heavy fist hitting the door. Only when I opened it, there was no one there. Just the sound of whispering coming from inside the house. But this time, it wasn't coming from the walls. It was coming from the rooms themselves. That's when I started seeing things. One night, I walked into the living room. And there, standing in the doorway, was a shadow. Just a shape, barely visible, but its eyes, they were glowing. I froze. I couldn't move. It felt like it was staring right through me, knowing everything about me. I wanted to scream, but the air was so thick, I couldn't breathe. The only thing I could hear was that whispering, louder than ever. Rachel couldn't feel it, but I knew. I knew the house was trying to communicate with me. I've been sleeping with one eye open ever since. But it's not just the whispers anymore. The house, the walls, they're alive. They're watching, waiting. And I don't think Rachel believes me. Not yet. I think we're trapped here. And I think it's only a matter of time before whatever is living inside that house gets what it wants.